What if I told you this started as an OEM casted aluminum part and I was able to achieve this mirror finish using a product that I purchased through Amazon? To show you, I will first need to remove the part from the engine. This is a cam phaser cover from a VQ40DE from a Nissan Xterra. I actually took this motor out and put it in a new engine from a 2018 Frontier. So now this engine is just laying on the side and it's probably going to go to the recyclers. So I just thought I can get a few more projects out of this engine. So to prepare this before cutting and polishing the part, I need to scrub it down with Dawn dish soap and water to get all the oil and contaminants off of the aluminum part, just so whenever I use the compound bars that there's no debris that's going to be causing more additional scratching onto the actual part. The product I purchased from Amazon is a 6-piece compound bar kit that is used for cutting metal and polishing metal. I have never done any sort of polishing before, so I thought this would probably be the best route for me to start. I already have a Dremel, so now I just needed the compound bars in order to use those two items and start polishing on this part. Based off my measurements, these bars are 3" by 1 1/3 inches. I didn't really check the specs whenever I bought the item, but these are the actual specs based off of my caliper. So this printed piece of paper did not come with the Amazon product. I actually had to find this on a similar listing on Amazon, but it did not come with this product. But it does tell you what each bar does, which is going to be very helpful for this video. The first compound bar I'm using is going to be the black Emery, which is used for cutting and preparing the aluminum. I felt like this is the good first bar to use to kind of create a flat surface in order for all the other bars to kind of do their job. So as you can tell, the surface is all flat. There's not much of a sheen to it, but you could tell based off of before I even use the compound that it's just a nice clean surface now. The next compound bar I'm using is the brown Tripoli, which is still used to cut through and remove some scratches on the aluminum part, which I think when I used it, it actually created more scratches. Just before I was being a little bit more aggressive with it because I was just trying to get a lot more of the pitting out of the actual part. I was trying not to stay in one portion, but I did use a couple different heads, polishing wheels to kind of get particular areas where it needed more work at. So if you look at these comparisons coming up, the brown Tripoli actually has more sheen compared to the black Emery. The black Emery gave it a nice surface finish, but the brown Tripoli actually is where it starts to kind of bring out the sheen on the actual part. So the third compound bar I'm using is called the white diamond. It's used to start the polishing process. When I started using it, you could see the mirror finish coming out of it. And once I start seeing that, it did take me quite a while to do the rest of it, a little bit over an hour, just because I was just trying to get every single piece out. I saw that I had a dull spot just using that white diamond and cutting through the rest of it. And you can see the results of this whenever I kind of pull the screwdriver over, just to show you the slight reflection. It's not a perfect reflection, but you can see that there's something there. I mean, I didn't even bother wasting my time doing it on the first two because you couldn't see anything on the first two, but with this white diamond you can start seeing the polish come through. So the fourth bar I'm using is called Red Rogue. It's softer than the white diamond and creates a very high sheen. And to show this, I only did half of the aluminum part, just to show the difference between the white diamond and the Red Rogue. And also while doing this, I took away a lot of the pitting that was still there after doing the white diamond, which is weird because you'd think you would cut most of it with the last 3 bars, but I end up using the Red Rogue to cut down all the pitting. And I think maybe just because it's softer, I was just afraid to use any of the coarsest ones because I feel like it was gonna cut through and make dips inside the aluminum. So I used the rest of the Red Rogue to get all the pitting off the actual part on the sides and the face of it. And then as you can tell on the finish, it looks a little bit greasy or oily, which is the reason why I used this one as number 4 and not the 5th and final stage. So the last and final compound bar I'm using is called General Green. It is used to create a high sheen finish and almost a mirror finish on aluminum. So from what I read up, General Green was the best for aluminum parts for that final finish, and I don't believe it leaves as much residue as the red Rogue would. So that's why I end up using this one as the final product on this aluminum part. Now, as you can tell, just cutting right through it, it's creating that mirror finish that I was looking for. When you see these upcoming comparisons, the General Green has much of a flat, even mirror finish versus the red Rogue. The red Rogue looks like has some sort of lubricant on top of it. It's very high and shiny, but it's not like the final finish that I was going for this aluminum part. If you look at the final results, you can see the reflection of my camera and where I have it mounted at, and now you're able to see the finish on the screwdriver. You can see a little bit of pitting on the surface of the aluminum part, but you're getting almost the reflection of that screwdriver, which I mean, I am very happy with the finish I got off of it. So if you're feeling inspired, I do have an Amazon affiliate link in the description below. Let me know what you think of my results in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe.